If you're a Chiefs or Ravens fan, I mean, I guess you got some sort of present on Christmas. But outside of that, most football fans did not get that. Anyway, though, let's roll this.
Touchdown, Chiefs! Xavier Worthy gets the Christmas scoring started. Dixon. Can he beat him there? No! Denied by Washington. Mariah Carey welcomes us to the holiday. Six-time Grammy Award winner, one of the best. Excellent symmetry.
Exactly.
Wow. The throw caught. Worthy looking for the pylon. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Extra point. And Butker will miss it.
Watch those escape lanes.
Third and long. Mahomes shovels it on a float. After the 4-yard reception, Mahomes got it. Shot. Separation caught by Watson. Big play.
It's like man coverage.
Mahomes rifles. Touchdown.
Boom.
He hits Watson for the score. Wilson
Up top.
looking for the big shot downfield. And it's caught by Pickens. Wilson now shifting is Warren. Wilson, clean pocket. Intercepted. Picked off by Justin. Fake it.
They didn't listen.
Wilson to the outside. Can he get there?
And he gets there.
Touchdown, Steelers. Wilson, the Steelers, a minute 17 to go, first half. In the pocket. Wilson. Deep ball. Oh! Knocked up in the air. Missed 4 games. Back in action now. The 32-yarder. Boswell. Kareem Hunt to the backfield. Give it to him. Hunt running hard. Cuts it inside for the touchdown. Wilson in the pocket. In trouble again. Outlet to the outside. Fryer move. Makes a move upfield. Loses the ball at the end of the play. Kansas City jumps. Mahomes out of the pocket.
Got Kelsey wide open.
Mahomes to Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs. Travis. Wilson from the gun. Lets it fly. Deep shot. Pickens.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy the NFL Christmas 2024 recap. Obviously, we had 2 games going on yesterday, both again with crucial AFC playoff implications on the line. Obviously, the first of those was obviously in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs. They were able to blow out the Steelers. Obviously, both these games were blowouts. Again, as you saw throughout the highlights, again, like it wasn't really a very again thrilling ending. Of course, as the Chiefs are able to ride a pretty decent fourth quarter as well, playing really good defense. As they, of course, clinched a 1 seed in the AFC, finished season as 15-1. Of course, that is the most wins again since the NFL went to 17 games back in 2021. Most wins in a regular season by any team, and they have a chance to get to 16-1. Again, it's kind of a curse considering again there's been 6 15-1 teams in NFL history, and the past 4 have not really fared well, to say the least. Obviously, the most recent being the Panthers. So the Chiefs obviously would probably want to lose next week if I had to guess, but hey, that's just me. Anyway, though, of course, they come to this. They get the W. They're going to be heading to Denver next week in what's basically a meaningless game for them. I mean, maybe Carson Wentz will start to do something, but that's really about it for them. Steelers fall 10-6. Of course, they have now lost 3 straight against contenders in the NFL, I guess you could say. Of course, where they lost the Eagles in Week 15 by 2 touchdowns, and they lost by 3 scores last week. When again, just got completely blown out in this one again. Of course, there's a lot of worrisome issues with them. They have the Bengals next week at home, and if they want to, again, I think honestly, unless the Chargers, which again, if they want to hang on to that 5 seed and have a chance to win a playoff game, which I really think they do, considering how the team we're going to get to later played, obviously, if they want to keep that 5 seed, they're going to probably have to win next week, considering that the Chargers don't exactly have the hardest last 2 games, of course, to get to 11-6 there as well. But fortunately for the Steelers, they have the head-to-head on both the Chargers and the Broncos, both the Chargers and Broncos. So again, if either of them finish 11-6, they'd obviously get ahead of them again if they're just able to win next week. But of course, it doesn't really look like that's going to be too big of something that could happen. Obviously, with the Bengals still technically alive for a playoff spot, which it's again very unlikely. Any of you guys Bengals fans holding out, you're going to need probably a miracle to make the playoffs if I had to guess, considering what some of the other teams, again, have on you guys. Anyway, though, of course, they're 10-6 now, lost 3 in a row after, again, a 10-3 position where you thought, again, they'd probably win the division. But now they probably head on the road if I had to guess to Houston, again, if they're just able to beat the Bengals next week. Again, go to Houston, you have a very good shot at winning that one, honestly, with both of the teams being very underachievers. Anyway, though, Mahomes threw for 320 yards and 3 touchdowns. First game of the season, over 300 passing yards and 3+ touchdowns, which, again, is kind of crazy. I think he's probably not going to play next week, but hey, that's just me. Also, what is it called? The Chiefs finished the season, again, with 15 wins, without giving up, without scoring over 30 points in the game, which is crazy. You think a team that, again, has 15 wins in a season would have scored more than 30 almost every game, but that is just not the case for the Chiefs, and they win a lot of games close. And this is definitely their biggest win of the year, probably the best performance of the year overall, especially defensively. So, obviously, they pulled out the stops here for this one. They didn't really run the ball very effectively at all. I mean, a touchdown from Kareem Hunt, yes, but no one else really. Again, I just think no one sprung a big enough run to really, again, boost this at all, because they definitely struggled to get going. It wasn't really a big part of the game plan either, because Mahomes was dealing. Obviously, when it comes to receiving, Travis Kelce had a good game, 8 for 84 and a touchdown. Again, he also comes to third tight end in NFL history, obviously with Jason Witten and Tony Gonzalez with 1,000 career receptions. Xavier Worthy, 8 catches for 79 yards, obviously a touchdown. I mean, I like the celebration. Justin Watson had like a 40+ yard catch, one of the biggest plays the Chiefs have had all year. Touchdown on that one, had another touchdown as well. Hollywood Brown also made a couple catches. Overall, this offense was really balanced in the passing game. That's what I like to see. A lot of creativity. It's one of the better games, of course, you've seen from Mahomes this year. Defensively, again, there's really no complaining. They played awesome. They got a lot of pressure on Russell Wilson. Mostly it was penetration. Drew Schenkel was phenomenal in coverage. Obviously, Justin Reed was very rangy and very good in the zones there with an interception, again, on the red zone in the first half. Outside of that, though, I mean, you can't really complain on this defense play. They're a great group. Again, they've been great this entire year. That's why they've only lost one game. For the Steelers, Russell Wilson, 23 of 37, 205 yards and an interception. Like I said, their only hopes for the division are if the Ravens somehow lose to the Browns next week and if they're able to beat the Bengals, which, let's be honest, is probably not going to happen. Najee Harris, 13 for carries for 74 yards. Again, I guess it was kind of good, but he really didn't get much of a run in this one. Jalen Warren had a couple big runs. Obviously, really stuck that touchdown like a callback because, Connor Hayward got, or was it, I don't even know, I think it was Washington, Darnell Washington back for a holding penalty or something. Russell Wilson, of course, had the rushing touchdown as well, 55 rushing yards. That might be the highest I've seen out of him in like 8 or 9 years. Pat Freiermuth, 7 catches, 60 yards. George Pickens had a big play, but really struggled to get open. Obviously, that interception was partly on him because he did not have really any sort of release on that play. Obviously, allowed Justin Reed to get the interception there. Jalen Warren, 5 catches, 41 yards. Again, he was decent out of the backfield. Overall, this offense was dysfunctional again, and it's because they do not have any sort of sustainable way to move the football, considering basically most of their game plan revolves around running the ball for 3 or 4 yards every play. And then, obviously, Russell Wilson hitting these underneath passes because he can't throw over the middle or hitting a deep ball outside. That's not a really good way to win games, guys. Obviously, that has really hurt them over the past weeks. But hey, like I said, they have a chance to win a playoff game, which honestly, again, is as much as Steelers fans don't think they do, considering, again, they could play the Texans in the wild card round. Micah, 7 tackles. He was good against the run. That's really about it for them. They didn't get any pressure. T.J. Watt got completely neutralized. Chris Boswell did have a field goal, though. And overall, this defense had one of the worst games we've seen out of them all year. Steelers did over 200 yards rushing, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But hey, that's actually what happened. You'll be surprised what we see in the other game, too. 2 total turnovers were also crucial in this one. 8 of 16 on third down, though, for the Steelers. You'd think they would have played a lot better in this one, but considering, again, they had a lot of missed opportunities, and as well as the fact that the Chiefs were much more big play happy in this one. I think it really put them in a good spot. With that said, that's all I got for you guys in the game. And, of course, clinched the Chiefs in the 1 seed. Now let's get to a game that was even a bit worse than this one overall.
Now we're officially ready for some football here in Houston. NRG Stadium packed, ready to rock.
Anybody we have right now in the NFL.
7 plays, 4 first downs, and now an 8th play for a touchdown. Has been made of the season Justin Tucker has had, but he has steadied the ship. We saw last week he found 11 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. He's got it on first down, looking to bounce. He's in the end zone. Safety. Stroud. Mixon.
Oh, hell
no.
Without worrying about win and lose.
For Jackson. Pump. Jackson. Steps on the brakes. Extending the play. Throws end zone. Touchdown. Play Baltimore with 5 in the first half. Stroud rolls. Throws. It is picked. Kyle Hamilton.
Back as we've seen.
Jackson will keep this time. And look at the spread. Jackson is gone. First and goal. Jackson play action. Floats it wide open. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. 4th and 7. Stroud trying to buy some time. It is.
first night. My uncle told me don't rush, this could be your first crush. Now I'm on the block with all the homies.
Alright guys, to be honest, this looks like one of those Little League World Series games that, you know, you just had like one team that barely squeaked into the tournament, and then you got this, like, I don't know, team from Hawaii. Isn't Hawaii always good in the Little League World Series? Something like that. That's what I think about this score. Anyway, though, of course, I think this is the scoregami. I don't think we've ever had a game like this. Anyway, though, nonetheless, of course, it is a blowout as the Ravens, of course, move to 11-5 with their win, obviously. They haven't lost since, you know, Thanksgiving weekend, which I guess is something. But, of course, the Ravens play a very good football game, especially defensively, as they hold the Ravens as the Ravens hold the Texans without a point. Offensively, as they're able to again get to 11-5 and control their own destiny with a win next week against the Browns. They do clinch the 3 seed in the AFC and still technically are holding out a hope for a 2 seed if the Bills are somehow lose to the Jets and Patriots, which I guarantee won't happen. But if it does, they have a shot at the 2 seed, which would be pretty crazy. Anyway, the Texans obviously fall to 9-7. They're locked in the 4 seed. They're not going to be playing anyone in Tennessee next week. That game is rendering basically as a meaningless game, unless the Titans obviously are interested in you know, some tank bull shenanigans. Anyway, though, for this one, Lamar, 10 of 15, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. He really didn't have to do anything in this one in terms of passing. He had like a couple good throws. Obviously, he was running around more than anything. I think he probably had more yards rushing or running around than he actually had passing. But hey, obviously still holding out hope for that MVP award. If you know Josh Allen is horrible this week, maybe he can get it. Probably not, but you know, you never know. This is obviously his best year passing of his career. Derrick Henry, 27 carries, 147 yards and a touchdown. He was running all over the Texans as he usually does. Again, really the only bad play was that safety, but even then, like, it wasn't even that bad of a play. No, it was bad. Anyway, Lamar had his first long touchdown run in like 2 or 3 years. 48-yard touchdown run, obviously, on that one. That's the longest thing. Also, highest miles per hour hit in terms of, again, his speed at 21.25. So, I think it says Lamar can't run anymore. Well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Keaton Mitchell, 11 carries, 20 yards. Yeah, he had a tough game. Of course, Mark Andrews had a 67-yard reception as well as touchdown. That might be the most fantasy-boosted game I've ever seen, but hey, it worked. Zay Jones, 2 catches for 31 yards. Keaton Mitchell also had a 28-yard play. Overall, this offense was just basically explosive plays. That's all they really needed in this one. Obviously, Zay liked also the other touchdown. I don't know what he's doing in one of those celebrations, but I mean, do your thing, bro. And for this defense, I mean, you can't really say anything bad about them, kind of like the Chiefs, I'd say. Honestly, even better, though, because they really didn't give up anything. Again, they were dynamite on 3rd and 4th down in this one. Nate Wiggins had the best game of his career so far. Obviously, Darius Washington, I mean, I don't know what his coach was trying to do there, but I mean, he was pretty hyped. Broderick Washington, again, he's not a very good player, but I mean, he at least did something in this one. Kyle Hamilton, obviously, the interception. He's the best safety in the league right now. Sacked by Adafe Owe and Nadame BK were big. Roquan Smith was very good, again, underneath. Marlon Humphrey also, again, in the slot is just a beast. Kyle Van Noy also had a sack. Overall, this defense was dominant in a game that obviously they really needed to win. Justin Tucker had a 50-yard field goal, good for him there. For the Texans, C.J. Stroud, again, has been a big sophomore slump in a lot of ways. Wasn't good in this one either. I mean, they moved the ball a little bit, but overall, they had no explosive plays whatsoever. And that they could get when he came at the Ravens there, and also they were horrible in the red zone and on 3rd and 4th down. It is really hard to win football games and really just score points at all. Running game, don't talk about it. Neil Collins had a decent game, I guess. He made a couple big plays, really the only guy separating. John Mechie was bad, and again, they're really cooked here at receiver. Like, until they get Deontay Johnson maybe into the system, this offense is cooked. O-line also was god-awful, and like every way. They got beat like so much. No Diddy. Alright, for this defense, Henry 205 tackles. He was good against the run, but that's really all I got to talk about for this defense, because honestly, Kamari Lassiter, I think, did a decent job, obviously, but like Christian Harris got completely destroyed on Mark Andrews on several occasions. Again, the touchdown was obviously the big play, but whatever. Deljon Phillips, I think, is the guy who's word to the starting job there. He played pretty well. After that, though, on film, really the only other thing that I saw stick out was the fact that Derek Stingley Jr. kind of shut down Zay Flowers for most of the game. But overall, guys, this defense got boat raced. Not in terms of in the yardage. They only gave I actually gave a pretty more yardage. Anyway, though, of course, the Ravens outran the Texans 251-58, and that is not a good recipe for winning games. Obviously, the Ravens control the clock very well, and again, the Texans going 4-15 on 3rd down and like 0-4 in the red zone or something ridiculous like that is going to get you this blowout loss. Again, I don't even know how I picked him in this one. I don't even know how I picked him to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season. Like this just looks so bad right now. Again, I got their top 2 of their top 3 receivers, but like, oh my god, they're so bad, guys. Again, I would be shocked they win a playoff game, but hey, maybe considering they could be at a team ranging from the Steelers to the Chargers, which again aren't exactly the most thrilling wildcard teams. Like, you guys don't realize how much better the NFC wildcard field is than the AFC. It's like ridiculous. Anyway, though, 432 yards of the Ravens for offense in this one. I guess from the W. That's all I got for you guys here in this Christmas recap. Hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas. Hope you guys and for all the kids, obviously got what they wanted. Obviously, the parents. Hope you guys got what you wanted too out of Christmas, obviously. And again, we also have a Thursday night football game. Get ready for the preview that coming out at 5 o'clock. Having a little bit earlier, so you guys can watch it a little earlier. Honestly, not the busiest time of the year. But again, Thursday Night Football preview comes in at 5 o'clock. We'll also have a recap of that tomorrow. And again, get ready for Saturday because we have a huge triple header with 3 games that, again, have at least some playoff implications in them. Obviously, all those games will be on NFL Network. I'll have you guys preview for that on Saturday. With that said, Thursday Night Football coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed these games, and obviously get ready for that Thursday Night Football preview coming out at 5 o'clock.
Looking. Curry gets free. Curry puts up a 3. Bang! Bang! He ties the game with 6.3 remaining.